Hello, good afternoon again. Can we check if everyone's engaged at this moment? Can you send us a heart reaction if you are here and present already with your mind and listening to our training session? Let me see some heart or thumbs up. This is yes, thank you. Good afternoon to those joining us from Southeast Asia. There are some who have already been at almost 4 p.m. in their time zone. I think from Malaysia, from the Philippines, but for other countries, it's still 3 o'clock. It's still the middle of the afternoon. So uh, let me see. Uh, we are still 44 participants at this time. Please keep safe from the rain, especially um, it's a very difficult time to get sick at this season, rainy season. I hope you're all safe in Malaysia. Um, Earlier, we're sorry to hear about one participant who feels sick. Please don't forget your water and vitamins. Yes, here in Bangkok, it's hot and sunny. Yeah. So let me check. How about from other countries? From Indonesia. Can you send us a heart from participants from Indonesia? So we have here in the chat box very active Malaysia, Cambodia. Uh, Let me check where our Indonesian friends are. Maybe they are just about to join. Yes, Philippines represent. Mabuhay, Ma'am Melaine, or is this Ma'am Melaine or Ma'am Melanie? So I hope everyone later will be able to join us in the discussion. Uh, you may just feel free to unmute yourselves. So here we have Brunei already, our Brunei delegation. Um, is there someone from Lao PDR? Okay. Participants from Lao PDR, you may send us your hearts or your uh, thumbs up emoji. So I think we're now in the 54. So we have some preliminary announcements before we start our session. So let me just take you there quickly. So good afternoon again, everyone. And this is just a friendly reminder that you can rename your Zoom profiles to include your country and your school so we can see where you're coming from. And later, when there's a discussion, we can call your country representation correctly. And if you haven't checked your audio, there's a audio button at the left hand corner. You can check it later and see if we will hear you if you want to raise a question. And for our communication, mainly we can use the chat box so that we can also communicate while the speaker is discussing later. If you have like spur of the moment ideas, you can share it immediately to your fellow learners. And then the next slide will show us the Zoom interface. These are just the meeting controls. I know we are all familiar here already because we have been using this in school and in this virtual training workshop. So I will not read everything. So just feel free to familiarize yourself. Later on, in the next slide, you will see the other technical features of Zoom. Or this is this slide already. So we can proceed now to the next slide. Okay. So so once again, I'm Josh from Simioceps, and I'm happy to become your MC this training session on managing school lunch program effectively. So you will recall during our first sessions, we had 3 sessions already. These are just introduction and the principles, the nutritional information. So if you can recall all of those, building us up to this session, which is our intervention for our students. So in this session, we would like to equip the participants with practical knowledge in implementing an effective school lunch program. And here we will learn the overview of the school lunch program, what are the types, components, requirements, and implementing mechanisms. What are the contributing and limiting factors in operating a school lunch program, monitoring and evaluation practices, and those practices that are considered the best or the good practice in implementing school lunch program. So our session will have 2 speakers. First lecture is about managing a school lunch program effectively by Associate Professor Dr. Kitty from the ASEAN Institute for Health and Development in Mahidol University, Thailand. And our presentation of a school best practice will be led by the school director of Anuban Phuket School later. And please, if you have questions, you may write it first in the chat box, and our team will collate and recognize those questions during the open forum. So before we dive into the session, as usual, we'd like to request those who can open their cameras to join us in a photo session. So let me see if all our 64 participants can join us and turn on their cameras. You may also use our backdrop if you wish. So there, we're just waiting for some others to join us and turn on their camera. So I think we will have 3 shots for this photo session. So technical team, please help me, and I will count down. 1, 2, please give your smiles. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next shot. 1, 2, 3. And last one. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you for those who opened their cameras for our photo session. And as usual, we will upload the photos in our shared folder. So I hope you're visiting our shared folder every now and then, because we are not just the photos, but we are also uploading there the materials that we use, the presentations of the speakers. So we are coming close to our uh, present presentation of proposal. So that's why these sessions are very important. These are building up on one another. So before we proceed, let's have a quick warm-up activity using Mentimeter. So uh, please grab your devices and go to the Mentimeter link that we will copy in the chat box as well. And you may also scan the QR code on your screen. So for those with their camera phones connected to the internet already, please join us by scanning the QR code. And also uh, the, the the link will be copied to our chat box. So here it is. Warm-up activity link is now on your chat box. So for those using the laptops or tablets, you can just click on the link at the chat box. All right. Let me see. Okay, we're still waiting for some more. We are 68 participants, and only 1/3 of those are in our Mentimeter. All right. Okay. So once again, the link to our warm-up activity is at the chat box. We are now in the 50%. I'll give you 1 more minute or 1 or 2 more minutes to join our warm-up activity. And as usual, our warm-up activity are a way to know some of the essential questions that are related to the topic. So it's very important for us to join so our speakers would also know well, what do we know about the topic or what do we do in our respective schools. So I guess we can proceed. And for those who would like to join, you can catch up. The link is in your computer. You can also scan the QR code in the slides. So there you go. Our first question: what is a school lunch program type that might be suitable for the primary school in your country? So is the school lunch in your country free lunch every day for all students? Or is this co-payment by government and parents, or these are paid by parents? So at this point, let me, while you're answering, let me ask Ajan Kitty, our speaker, to say a few words about our question, sir.
Yeah, maybe we have to waiting until our participants finish this question because the number may be reflect something that I would like to share in my PowerPoint. Yeah. And I think the answer for the free lunch every day for all students is might be, but some country they might have the different kind of the school lunch management. They might have the co-pay from the government and parents or pay by their parents. These are the different kind of the factor that we have to learn from how to manage school lunch program effectively. And this the even though you pick up A, B, or C, they might have some different obstacle in the different kind of the management that I would like to share some experiences in Thailand that we have the free lunch every day for our students. And right now, we increase the budget for the student already. Thank you for answer. And then almost of them pick up choice A. Yeah.
Thank you very much for everyone's participation. Okay, so shall we move to the next question?
Yeah.
All right, once again, we'll flash the QR code for those who are still joining us. And the link is also in our chat box for our warm-up activity. So for you, what do you think is the most important factor to manage effectively a school lunch program? Is it budget? Is it about the standards? Is it about the principal? Is it about the nutri teacher, the parents, nutrition knowledge, or school lunch policy? So I think you will only choose one here. So what is the most important factor to manage effectively a school lunch program? Well, we hear you loud and clear that it's budget.
The budget. And these, from my experiences when I conduct the workshop for the primary school in Thailand, and I did one section about the SWOT analysis, and then when I would like to hear from the participant that come from all of the regions in Thailand, and they said the budget, and again when I read them answer the question, but in the different way, what kind of the most important to manage effectively school lunch program? It surprised me the answer principle. Because budget is just like maybe come to the third rank of the important factor. But the most important factor that I learned from them, the principle. If the principal want to do something like this, they can do. But if they say no, nothing at all for the school and program, budget is might come the second or the third answer.
We will see later, Ajahn Kitty. During
Mhm.
our open forum, I will ask again this question to them after learning from your presentation. So
Yeah.
you will proceed to the next question.
Mhm.
So if you would like to manage a sustainable school lunch program, what are the top two important factors? So this one, you should answer two items. So same choices, I think: budget, school lunch standard, principal, nutri-teacher, parents, nutrition knowledge, or school lunch policy.
And almost of the answer go to budget again. But this I learned from Japan. If you know Japanese people how to manage school and program for the children. You might I used to meet the one ladies who manage school and program for Japan across the country. And I think the most important factor that we expect for the sustainability, for me, I guess the knowledge or the person, I mean the resources about the who could manage the lunch program. I go to Nutri teacher. It might be the new keyword for today. And then when we have the Nutri teacher, maybe the school lunch policy, maybe go to the second. And then after that, some of the most important factor for the sustainability will come. These are I mean from my experiences that I learned from Japan, from Vietnam, from Thailand, of even though from Laos. Yeah, it's quite interesting.
Yes.
All of the participants here concerned about the budget.
Yeah. Do we have a next question?
I think we have just only
Okay.
3 questions. Yeah.
So we thank you all for your participation. As usual, you see the from your responses, there's a range of perspectives and knowledge in the room, but we have yet to address that I think most important concern for you, which is the budget. But later we'll learn um, what are is it the only factor that is most important. So now I cannot hold you on further because I'd like us to jump into the topic right away. So let me just introduce our speaker this afternoon to talk about managing a school lunch program effectively. And our speaker worked at the Institute of Nutrition, Mahidol University in Thailand for 25 years. He has moved to the ASEAN Institute for Health Development, Mahidol University, since July 1, 2023. His bachelor's and master's degrees were in nutrition science from the same university, and he graduated PhD in applied health sciences from the School of Public Health Systems at the University of Waterloo in Canada in 2009. He also had been training the postdoctoral fellow in environmental nutrition at Loma Linda University in California, USA in 2009 to 2011. He was the key person who developed the Thai food-based dietary guidelines, and the program has forged new ground in community-based approaches to chronic disease prevention. And it extended his previous research in developing and implementing Thai national food-based dietary guidelines. He also has conducted school lunch program for Thai children to link aspects of the Thai FBDGs and the food system for sustainability. And he also will support Lao Ministry of Health to develop their own FPDGs based on Lao national consumption data. Ladies and gentlemen, our expert this afternoon, it is my pleasure to welcome in our virtual room Associate Professor Dr. Kitty Saranacharoenpong from the ASEAN Institute for Health Development in Mahidol University, Thailand. Dr. Kitty, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. George, to introduce me to our participant. First of all, I would like to share my slide. This one. And again, thank you for Simeo to invite me to share my experiences about school and management program that I learned from Thailand as well, or another country in Southeast Asia. And then for this, this workshop, it's very honor to me to share some experiences to all of you. And then for the topic today, that Mr. George mentioned already about the managing school and program effectively. This is why I mentioned about the question that I asked our participants before I move to the workshop sessions, because I may got some idea from you, and then after that maybe you might learn from Thailand experiences. And the outline of today, first of all, I would like to overview the school and program that maybe have a type of the component and requirement and implementing mechanism. The second, contribute and limitation factor to operate school and program, and how to monitor and evaluate. These are quite important for the project that we can monitor about the cost effectiveness, or sometimes for the children for the school and program. Someone told me you cannot evaluate for the cost effectiveness because it is long-term outcome. You feed them today, and next year you cannot evaluate, just monitor. And then finally we have the best practices that I invite the Phuket Anuban Phuket school to share the best practice of them to all of you. Move to the first topic, overview of the school and program. This maybe you might know already why we are concerned about the school and program, because children spend most of the time 5 days a week at the school, and we can practice them to be the healthy eating habit, because they spend most of the time at the school. For the balanced nutrition is quite important for them too. If we expect them to grow up have the good quality of adults, or not to be the new patient for diabetes or hypertension, balanced diet at the school is quite important for our student. And then we expect the school meal program can play as an important role to prevent obesity. Right now in developing country. And for sure, in our Southeast Asian country, some of the country concerned about how to combat the hunger. And then for the high and low middle income country, for the high income country, we use the school and program to tackle the level of school for the childhood overweight and obesity. And in the middle and low income country, in the short term, in Thailand, we set this program because not just only to alleviate hunger and increase enrollment of the children go to the school, because when we have the campaign, the one meal free, for free, and the parents really want to bring their kids go to the school. And then for the long term, these we expect to improve the nutritional status. As I mentioned, we don't want to get to have the weakness adults, or the adult with the diseases. And then these are kind of the place that quite important for our kids to learn about the nutrition, along with the another subject at the school. And then these are the reports from the Global Child Nutrition in 2020, in 2022. And these are the report that you can see that across 139 countries, that they have the survey about the coverage of the school meal program. At least 330 million children receive food through the school meal program. It's quite important. I mean, not just only in Southeast Asia, these across the global. And then the share of the children of the primary and secondary school age, they receive food through the school meal around 27%. And then it's increasing in the low and middle income country from 10 to 27%. And then the characteristic of the school meal program, 39%, around 183 school meal program report the objective to the nutritional and health need of the student. 35% of the program report the goal to prevent the obesity in the high income country. I mean, especially in the high income country and low income setting. They report about the food security and malnutrition. This is quite important in the different kind of the regions around the world. And then the author program targets students based on their individual characteristics. Maybe some of them have the food that they have to provide to the children to take home because they didn't have enough food. And these are the report of around 25% in 2019. 2019, because during that time, I think because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And then these the school and program have to be more flexible for our kids. And as we know, children and elderly, just like the vulnerable groups. And then sometime during the COVID, I feel when we think about the children, maybe the last priority. And I think it's not fair for them. And then for the school and program should be more flexible, or the school meal program. And then why we concerned about the school and program, because it can answer about the sustainable development goals. For example, the zero hunger, and then maybe the number 3 to good health and well-being. These are we can answer for the SDG. And then move to the data from Thailand. You can see on of the photo. These are the photo that I conduct for the my research. And then the vitamin A deficiency or anemia is decreasing over time. On the other hand, for the obese, overweight and obesity in children is increasing. Not just only for the snack or the beverage, maybe some kind of the factor as well. Maybe I mean, for my article that I published already, I report that the cause of the overweight and obesity might come from the school and program. Not just we didn't feed them, we feed them, but they didn't feel full. They are looking for another kind of the junk food. And then for the detail, maybe we can discuss why we still have the school and program and our kids, why they have the overweight and obesity problems. And then for the school and program in Thailand, we have the target for the children aged 3 to 12 years old in the public school across the country. We have two programs, school and program that start in 1950, and then school meal program start in 1992. Two program for our students across the country, as I mentioned, and the budget is come from the different kind of the ministry level. And then the purpose of the Thai school and program, I mean, not just different from the previous slide, but another objective. They want to promote the school garden program as well. And for that one, I think maybe we have to think a lot because we concerned about the sustainability, and maybe we have to move to the community garden or not. I'm not sure, because we need to implement. And then these are the objective of the Thai School and Program to help, to solve the problem of the food and nutrition problem of the children, and then promote child growth and development, because they need more energy or more nutrients to learn, and provide free of nutritious lunch every day for them. And then move to the second topic, contribute and limitation factor in operating school and program. These are a kind of that I try to summarize from my experiences for the school and program in Thailand. As you mentioned about the budget, if you want to have the school and program or the healthy kids, and then the second one is quite important to about the stakeholder. Out of them that involved in the school and program, for example, teacher, parent, principal, or cookers, or private partner, public-private partnership, even the farmers. And then standard or the guidelines. The last one that I concern about the food environment. I think this topic you might learn from the previous workshop already, but I would like to mention a little bit from the food environment aspect. Go to the budget that you think is quite important, because in Thailand, we have the free of charge of school and program for our children. And the budget, it comes from the Ministry of Education. And the budget the program start in 1952. And the budgets provide only from the underweight student. These are not cover all of the students in the country, but just start because we didn't have money. And then when I learned from them, because in 1952, I didn't born in that period, but I learned from the history. They just start. If you start, the project have to continue, because we have to think how to continue or to be the sustain for the projects. And then in 1992, the budget increased to just 16 cents US, in US dollars, quite a few amount of the budget. And then increased to 32 cents to 41 cents. And then we use 20 baht or 63 cents long times. These are the budget that we still have for the school and program for the children. I feel really sad because I am the nutritionist by training. And then when we look at the budget of the lunch from another sector, is why is too high compared to the Thai school and for the children. These are something that in my mind, and why I really want to support them, not just only for the student, for the teacher who manage lunch program for the children. All the student for 200 days per year is quite a big task for the teacher and all of the stakeholder in the school. And we use this amount of the budget long times. And then I try to put the new budget for them, because they invite me to be the committee of the school and program. And then when I try to calculate the new budget for them, I got the new number that might be appropriate for the school and program based on the size of the school. This for the detail. The next slide I will have the more detail how to calculate or how to think about the budget, not just only to pay for them. And maybe we have many factors that we have to concern. And then the new budget that I propose to just a few money again, about $1 to 26 US dollar per 200 days per year. These are based on the size of the school that the new budget will cover for the raw ingredients, food service management that are covered by the weight of the cookers, gas, and 5% of the inflations. These I calculate based on my knowledge and the data from the school across the country. And then move to the second one. When we have the budget, we have to think about the, in our regions, one thing that I have to keep in mind when you have the project or the budget, one thing that we have to set the guideline how to use the budget, because I would like to be aware of the corruptions. And then the standard that I mentioned about the nutritional flag, based on these guidelines, we have to have more detail for the school land management. This is my thesis when I study master degree at Mahidol University. I try to develop these guidelines for the Minister of Public Health. And then when they accept that one, we use that one across the country again. And then from that guidelines, as I mentioned, we have to think about the detail how to manage lunch for the kids. Go to the guideline. The guideline we use for the school lunch management, I know it's quite a lot of detail that the teacher might not understand, and how to support them, because I don't want them to work a lot on that aspect. Our teacher graded in the different kind of the subject, not nutrition. And then they have to get some idea for the breakfast. The children need around 20%. Morning snack, maybe meal, one serving, and lunch 30%. Afternoon snack 10%, and then dinner 30%. This is the distribution of the meal. The percent of the distribution in each meal that children should have. And then these are the goal that we set. For example, carbohydrate for the school meal around 50 or 60%, protein not less than 10%, and fat around not more than 30%, plus one box of milk that provide energy, protein, calcium, vitamin A, and vitamin B2 for our children. These are a kind of the guideline or standard that I try to convey to the teacher. And then these are the recommendations of the nutrients. The teacher didn't understand, even though the other country, but we have to set for the expert, and expert have to translate that knowledge to in the easy statement or easy way to the teacher, how to manage school lunch program. If we didn't have any standard, it's quite hard for us to monitor. And then these are a kind of the number again that I said and learned from the WHO and FAO. The nutrients, when I show that table to the teacher, it might be more scary for them. And I know how to convert that number. For example, energy intake per day for the for the kindergarten, grade 1 to grade 6, grade 4 to grade 6, grade 1 to grade 3, or grade 4 to grade 6. It's different how to convert that number for them to practice every day. These I have the implementation project for the teacher. And when they just educate a little bit for the teacher, I think it's quite easy for them to understand, because they might not know the role or the importance of vitamin A or B1, B2. But when they serve the meal for children based on the guidelines, it's quite good for the children when we evaluate weight and height or some sign of the nutritional status of the children. Go to this one. When we have the nutrients, we have to convert to the easy way when they serve the food for the children. For example, rice and rice product, we serve in rice serving spoon, and then just let the teacher to serve 1.5 for the small children, or 2 to 3 rice serving spoon per times for the grade 1 to grade 12. 6 to 12 years. And this one just the portion size that teacher have to learn. And we have the workshop, the workshop and practice for them every years. And then these are the different kind of the food groups that we have the recommendations for them. And in each school have to follow for the guidelines. Move to the another factor that related to the healthy school lunch program. For example, the stakeholder, one of the stakeholder that in the slide mentioned about the teacher, parents, cookers, public-private partnership, or farmers. Farmer, I touched a little bit from them, but for the next slide, this slide, I touched about the public-private partnership. When you mention about the budget, as you might know, the budgets come from the government is too limit. When we want to know something or to start something and think about to deal with the government, it's very hard. Or these are one of the barrier that I found. And then for the public-private partnership that I work with them, with the Ajinomoto Foundation in Thailand, this is the private sector. The foundation, they said they are the foundations. And then they provide or they support the canteen for the school across the country through the Ministry of Education. And then they sign agreement. This is why I involve with them, because they work with the Ministry of Education in Thailand. And the agreement did not support any kind of the food product from them. These I would like you any country to aware of that, because when they work on that one, if they want to do something good for the Thai kids, just set that goal. And then for me, I never promote any kind of their products. And then for the objective of this project, they want to provide the school nutrition knowledge training for the students who receive funding. When they got the funding to support build canteen in semi-urban and rural area in Thailand. And then how to evaluate the program when they support. Right now, I still work with them. And then I think not just only the foundation and Ministry of Education as well, and who involved in this program, teachers who have nutritional knowledge, Ministry of Education support some partial budget for the travel for the teacher, and some tools from the research management, the menu, lunch cooking by the local people. These are how to manage for the school lunch program. And then for the goal of the foundation, they want to donate around 200 million baht to build the canteen for 200 primary schools in the rural and semi-urban area in Thailand. And then when they have that goal, not just only for the building, we need the knowledge. And this is my responsibility to set the program for the teacher. And the teacher, each year we have only 10 schools to participate, around 50 participants. We have the online and on-site training. And the target group for the training, the principal have to join. Teacher who responsible for the school management, and teacher who responsible for the student health, lay chef, provincial staff of the Ministry of Education, all of them have to participate. Because I think, as I mentioned, budget is not the most important. The head of the school, if they didn't want to submit the application to get the canteen, everything stopped. And if they really want to get the canteen and think the criteria and the responsibility after they got the canteen, what next? I think the principle is quite important for that project. And then the training, we have the curriculum that developed by and tested by our team at Mahidol University. We have 8 modules: lecture, practice, approaches, game. We have games too, not just only lecture. And we have the problem-based learning, cooking class, and we have before and after training knowledge test. After that, we have to follow up them at 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, and 24 months after the training. Just visit. We didn't evaluate them, because when we go to the school or visit them, the teacher or all of the teacher think we evaluate them, and I say no, this is just visit you after service. This is our team and the online trainings, and we launch 3 books for the teacher. The first one about the nutrition, the basic nutrition knowledge, and the second one and third one, the menu across the country, different regions in the northeastern, south, and in the central area. And these are a kind of the training program that we have at the in Bangkok. All of the participants have to go to Bangkok, I think 2 nights and 3 days. That is the game during the trainings. We have the cooking class as well. And that is in more detail. You can read in my publication that I published already. We have 8 modules, as I mentioned. In each module, we have the different kind of the learning environment tasks and learning approaches, because I have to incorporate with the adult learning, not just listen to me or alone. I really want to learn from all of them too. And then these the data that we collect in the last 3 years, we have 109 participants. These are the data. In the detail you can read in my publications. And then for the knowledge test before and after, it increasing based on the test. I think for the 3 days it's increased. These are they gain the knowledge, but I didn't mention about the practice. The practice we have to monitor to visit them, and then the knowledge. All of the topics is increased when we test the statistic, and then how to monitor on or evaluate them. The first one, we have to visit them. We randomly selected the school each time to visit them, because if we visit all of them, I think I have no time to work at Mahidol University. And then when we visit them, we have to take a look at the menu that we teach them already, how to manage the menu in the easy way. For example, when they have rice, they can have rice for times a week. And one day we allow them to have the single dish, because we expect the student have to have a serving size of the vegetable. This is quite challenge to them too. And then for 5 days we expect them to have to serve fruit for all the students. And then these are a kind of the activity that they said when we visit them. That is some photo. And then the children, have to use or to sit and eat at the canteen that the foundation support to them. I think it's quite challenge to me too, because sometimes we expect the better way, but I think this one is okay to me for the cleanliness, sanitation, or anything else. And these are the serving size that they serve to the kindergarten, the grade 1 to grade 3, grade 4 to grade 6. We have to randomly select it and check the portion size of the food that we visit them. We separate the ingredients and see the menu. That one, I think for the meat groups is quite, higher than recommendations. These I'm not sure when we visit them, we inform them before or in advance, and I'm not sure. And I try to tell them, please do everything. Similar the previous days, not just to show to us. And then after that, we have to recommend or to suggest to them to reduce the meat group for the children. And then for the fruit, sometimes we have to ask the student as well, not just see the tray alone. And then not just only for the school management, we have to monitor for the nutritional status that at Mahidol University, we have the software it's very easy to use in Excel programs, and then the school can monitor the nutritional status in each student by themselves. If they have the overweight or obese children, they can manage lunch for them. I mean, not just separate them because maybe they feel not good for that one, why the teacher separate them, and how to manage. These we have to tell the teacher how to manage meal for the obese or the thin student. And then after that, for the school environment, this project, I used to work with the groups we call INFORMAS. It stands for International Network for Food and Obesity, Non-Communicable Diseases Research, Monitoring, and Action Support. I involved this project because in Thailand, we have a lot of obese and overweight children. And then for that project, we have to evaluate the density of the school food shop in and outside the school. This is the problem that we cannot deal with the outside the food shop. And then to understand the support and barrier to prevent childhood obesity in the school in Thai context. These we have to accept. These are the real situation that we found in the school based on the principle. Sometimes I ask them why you still sell that snack like this, and they said, okay, they don't want the money go outside. They want to keep the money inside. But this is just the short thing, I mean, a short outcome that they think, but for the long-term outcome, we have to concern. We didn't want to get the obese or overweight children for the futures. And that one, I didn't complain to them, but I tried to find the middle way, how to incorporate with that situations.
Ajahn,
And
sorry, Ajahn Kitty, may we request for your wrap up for 3 minutes?
Okay, thank you.
Thank
And
you.
then these are the survey that we have the survey I mean around the school. For the this project, I found that the nutritional status didn't affect by the food shop, but not for the next study. Maybe we have to see the food items, because sometimes in one school they just have only one food and snack shop, but they sell a lot of kind of the healthy and unhealthy mixed together. That one, this I learned from the this project. And then that is the Informa project, that if we would like to prevent overweight and obese children, maybe the food access knowledge. This is I can summarize from that one. Maybe the Informa, as I mentioned, the knowledge and how to get provide the knowledge for the teacher. And then nutrition teacher might be the another stakeholder. I think from all of them, the data, we can increase the budget. That's we start to use in 2023. These I am one of the committee that from my result, I can show to the Minister of Education and increase the budget for the Thai kids. That one is maybe the impact. The another impact, we incorporate for the e-learning course for the teacher with the Thai Ministry of Education. And then the teacher can get the certificate if they complete the e-learning. And some of them, if they can pick up to, to get the training on site each year, they could do that too. And then, for me, not just only for the nutrition, we have to concern about the agriculture if you concern about the sustainability. And then food, maybe you have to concern about the quality, safety, and food service. And then reflect to the kids' health. Maybe the key message that I would like to share to you. Budget is not just only one factor, but not the most important. Your heart is more important. If you really want to support your student or your kids in your country, this is your future. And then the challenge right now, obesity and undernutrition management. and the school teacher, not just for the teacher. The parents have to involve in that project as well. And then the teacher need more knowledge because how to support for them. I think Minister of Education have to support for the knowledge or to monitoring system, and then workloading from the teacher. These are concerned too. For the long term, I think I try to encourage the minister level to set the nutrition teacher or the community nutritionist for that project. And then I still work on that project. I mean, until now. Right now I am in Chiang Mai because I have to visit some school here. And then these are our teams. Thank you for your listening. I think the PowerPoint and some document the organizer upload to the profile already. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kitty, for your very comprehensive presentation. And these are very informative for our participants, especially that they're thinking about how they would have their school lunch programs proposals. So at this point, we have some time for one or two questions. Would you like to uh, jump in our discussion, because I see the chat box. Uh, is, we have no questions in the chat box. Perhaps the presentation is really comprehensive, that they have covered all their questions in mind. Yeah, I agree. It's a great explanation for all of us. But anyone who would like to share from their countries or practices? Let me try to ask the participants from the Philippines. Mga kababayan po. Maybe you can share about your experience also. We have heard the Thailand experience, and later on we'll hear a specific school. So maybe someone from the Philippines can start the discussion for this open forum.
Yeah, I would like to hear from Philippines too, because I used to visit Philippines one time, but never to visit school lunch program in Philippines. Maybe I would like to learn from them too.
Yes, please. I remember one of the schools is called Cayetano Arellano Elementary School or Central School. Maybe you're here. Please uh, share with us your experience, or what about the practices in our country? If not, who else is from the Philippines? Let me check the gallery. How about from other countries? Brunei, Indonesia, Cambodia,
Indonesia, yeah.
Malaysia.
Can I
Hello,
talk something?
hello. Anyone from CARES?
Josh, sorry, participant Indonesia, Mr. Didi raised hand.
All right. Sorry, yeah, I wasn't able to notice. Mr. Didi, yes, please.
Thank you, Mr. Josh. This is very great to join this program. This is very nice. Thank you, Dr. Kitty. What's a great explanation. Have you ever thought about the nutrition school? This is my first time. I would like to tell you that this is my first time to join the program like this. And as the principal of the rural school, I think that is very, very important, especially for us to make a healthy student in our school. But this is not so easy to make the program like this. I know this is not easy, but I think how if we try to make this program be realized in our school. So Dr. Kitty, thank you very much. It is very inspiration for us. And then I think we have tried to make it better for our school. But the problem is, I think the main problem is only on budgeting. The main problem in my school, especially, is budgeting. So I want to make a comparison about Thailand and Indonesia, especially with my school, because I am living in the rural area. My school is in the middle of the tea plantation, and then I have to think what the better for our school, for the student in our school. But as Dr. Kitty said, the most important is heart. The most important is heart. So I want to try what can we do for our student in our school to make them grow up and help to be get their future. Thank you, Dr. Kitty. This is very, very amazing. This is very great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And from my experiences, when we start the school program, as I mentioned, I was born in that period, but I learned from our history. Our history, during that time, our government didn't have the enough budget as well. And then maybe for your situation in the rural area, I think the stakeholder is quite important for the committee member or the parents. Maybe they have to join. For example, they have to be cook for their kids or to make the schedule and then bring some ingredients from their farm.
I see.
At the school. And then this is you think from the bottom up. But in Thailand right now, we think from the top down.
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
By the command. Right. And I think it can be happen. Because if you really want to set the program, it means the principal or the head of the school is quite
That's
important.
right. Yeah, that's right. I agree. Thank you, Dr. Kitty. I agree about that. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Josh. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Didi and Dr. Kitty. So I'd like to read this comment from Malaysia. Budget is one of the factors, but not the most important. Your heart is important. Quoting Dr. Kitty. So who else would like to share a comment or question? All right. So maybe Dr. Kitty, would you like? Okay, now from the Philippines, from PATIIS Elementary School, Ma'am Florian.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Florian Guanyo from Patis Elementary School from the Philippines. In the Philippines, DepEd have a feeding program. Yearly, they are giving budget for the feeding program in public schools, but the beneficiaries are limited. Usually, it's only in the primary grade. So the main problem is not all severely wasted students were given opportunity to be part of the feeding program. And I think if this program shared with us will be adopted in our country or in our school, many of our students, which is included in low-income families, will enjoy and will benefit in improving their nutritional status. It's good that this program give opportunities to parents, teachers, and the community to work hand in hand in improving the nutritional status of the pupils, and at the same time improve their performance in school. That will be all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And when you have the program already, but you think you might miss some component, and I think the school or the community level can support. For example, if a student bring their lunch or the meal from home, I think this one kind of the model, not just to pay full of them by the government. I learned from Laos as well. In Laos, the student have to back home during the lunch time to eat at home and then go back to the school again. If we can provide, they can bring some sticky rice or the rice from home, and we just cook only side dish for them. It's okay. For the starting, and when it's better because in Laos they have the stunting and not clever enough, because when I told the ministry level, and then they accept the idea, not just pay the full support from them or set the guideline when they got support from NGO outside the country. But right now they accept some raw ingredient, but they didn't use that because the Western country didn't understand the context in the country. If you have the guidelines, I think it's quite useful for the NGO that really want to support for the country. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Would there be another school or person to share before we proceed to the next speaker? Yes, from Malaysia. Hello, Mr. or Miss Zavrol, please.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, Mr.
Yes,
Zavrol.
we can hear you.
My question is, some school we provide lunch for our students, but how do we develop habits to our children to eat a healthy food? Because sometimes they avoid some like fish. They don't like fish. They just eat chicken. So when the meal is fish, most of the students didn't eat it, and also the vegetables and some type of food, some type of fruits. So how do we develop awareness among our children to eat healthy food, uh, prepared in a healthy way? Let's say the food shouldn't be fried. We steam or we bake the food. So how to develop the awareness and develop a habit for them to eat a healthy food? Thank you.
Thank you for the question, and I think for that question, not just only for the healthy meal, the snack as well. And then I didn't want to throw the responsibility only for the teacher. Maybe their parents have to involve too. The good habit can start at the school, and then when the kids stay at home, they have to have the good habit as well. From my experiences, when you teach them too young, is too easy to teach them. For the kindergarten, maybe you have to teach them or to feed them. If they didn't want to eat vegetable, it's because of their parents. But when they go to the school, teacher can encourage them to eat a little bit of vegetable, and then try to feed them and encourage them every day. For me, when I used to use the bar rice to the kindergarten, and the chef didn't want to use that because they cannot cook that. And then when we try to let the kindergarten eat bar rice every day, and then there can be the change agent their family, because the kids tell their parents they want to eat back rice because they didn't know this is the bar rice. They told the parents they eat back rice at the school, and when they stay at home, they really want to eat back rice as well. They just know, they know and they learn from us, just like the key message to teach them or to let them eat vegetable as the champion that they believe. When you can teach them something like this. In Thailand, we teach our kids for the nutrition 8 hours per year, and we expect them to change their behavior is impossible. We try to teach them every day. because our the advertising is I mean too many to let them know about the snack and the sweet beverage. But for the healthy snack or the healthy meal, it's just only 8 hours per year. It's not enough for them. But teacher can encourage them day by day when they stay with us and they see, I mean, the good habit. If the teacher drink sweet beverage, they might have the question why you can drink and why the kid cannot drink. We have to change our habit first to drink water, clean water, and then not sell at the school if we expect them to change their behavior or to change the environment at the school first to be the healthy school. Yeah. Can you turn on your microphone, please, Josh?
Sorry. So there's another sharer from the Philippines, Ma'am Carla. Yes, please. You have raised your hand.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Now is okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. I just want to share something about our school-based feeding program here in the Philippines. So, like what Ma'am Flor shared a while ago, in the Philippines, we have our school-based feeding program funded by our government, which provided healthy foods for our learners. And in our school head, Ma'am Malene Celeste, and all the teachers always making sure that the beneficiaries of our feeding program receive the nutritional the nutritional food that they need to have. But then the real problem is that we have limited budget in providing all the students, especially those students who are part of poorest of the poor in the Philippines. So I think that this project is really good since it provides collaboration, not just only in the teachers and learners and principal, but also connects with the other with other sources of in our community. For example, our LGUs at the same time with the parents. Since the last presenter shared their best practices in their school, that some of their students are bringing their own lunchbox, then they are giving their food to their students like that. So it's not this project is not only about providing nutrition to the students, but it also help the students to grow learning about or to have learning about taking care of their environment also. That's why I think this project is really helpful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Carla. And I think it's a good transition to our next speaker, because we'd like to invite the case study for today to share their best practices. And this is from Anuban Phuket School in Thailand. So Anuban Phuket School is led by their school director, Mr. Wilas Prinyaniom, the school director, and also one of the teachers, Mr. Sarawut Mijan. So they will have a presentation, and they're also joined by the director of the Phuket Educational Service Area, Director Umas, and to introduce all of the team, may I call on Kun Sarawut, please.
สวัสดีครับ Good afternoon from Thailand to all participants. My name is Sarawut Mijan. I'm a teacher of Anuban Phuket School. We are from Phuket, Thailand. So today we are proudly to present you all participants about our wonderful school lunch projects in the topic of managing a school lunch program in urban area, the best practice of large public primary school in Thailand, which is very interesting to tell to all participants to know about our project today. So before we start our let me introduce to our team, my teams, and also my leaders who runs our school lunch projects. So the first one, please welcome to Mr. Umat Sawalang, the head of Phuket Primary Educational Service Area.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir. Very nice to see you. Good afternoon. Have a
Can you
nice
hear
day.
my voice? Is there too much echo?
The
There
voice
is
is
an
a little
echo.
bit echoes.
Yeah, it's
Kun Sarawut, would you mind to maybe we can come back to the director later on. We can go straight to the director first.
Okay, are you everyone?
The second one is the Mr. Vilat Porinyaniom. He is our school director who runs for our school lunch project. Mr. Vilat, can you please greeting to them a little bit?
Good afternoon. We are from Anuban Phuket School. We are proud to present to school lunch project.
Good afternoon, Mr. Willas. Have a nice day. Nice to see you, Mr.
Yes, and that is our
Yes.
leader. So now we move to our presentation right now. So our presentation is about our school lunch management, how like our school manage our school lunch for the students. So let's see on our presentation right now.
Managing our school lunch program in the urban area. Best practice of large public primary school in Thailand. Anuban Phuket School Lunch Project. Background information of the school. Phuket is the largest island in southern Thailand. It's a world-renowned tourist destination celebrated for the breathtaking beauty of the Andaman Sea. Phuket's cosmopolitan atmosphere is reflected in its diverse population, where people of various nationality and religions coexist harmoniously. Anuban Phuket School is centrally located in the city of the Phuket Province. The school occupies an area of 8,800 square meters. Established in 1946, the school is recognized as a large government primary school under the administration of the Office of Basic Education Commission. The school operates with a participatory management approach, engaging 137 administrators, teachers, and staff members. The teaching staff is organized into 8 levels, covering kindergarten to grade 6. Currently, the school serves a total of 1,909 students. Of these, 90% are in early, while 81% are in primary. The student body is direct consisting 85 Buddhists, 14 Muslim, and 1 individual of the other religion. Next is nutritional status. The school has collected data on nutritional status of students by measuring their weight and height, comparing these figures with age and developmental benchmarks to monitor their growth. The findings presented in graph form as follows. First group is weight to age, 4.6% were slightly underweight and 3.7% were below average weight for that age. Group height to age, 4% were slightly shorter and 2.8% were shorter than average. Third group is weight to height, 7.6% of students were considered obese, 8.9% were at risk of obesity, 6.1% were overweight. School Lunch Program Management. The School Lunch Program is subsidized for 12 days per academic year, with an allocation of 60% per student per day. The school operated the lunch program as follows. The Lunch Project Operations Committee. This committee composed of administrators, Basic Education Commission, teachers, parents, and student representatives. Convenes to plan and decide the lunch menu using the Thai School Lunch Menu Program as a guideline to organize appropriate and nutritious meals. This care ensures that our students receive a nutritious lunch daily. The typical lunch includes steamed rice, 2 dishes, seasonal fruits, and herbal juice. At the end of each month, traditional Thai local menus. The school takes special care to respect student religious dietary requirements. Separate meals are prepared for Buddhist and Muslim students. The first preparation process begins early, with cook starting ingredient preparation at 4 a.m. and beginning to cook at 1 a.m. Teachers are assigned daily to inspect the first and supervise the cooking process, ensuring that everything is completed by 11 a.m. The meals are then delivered to the student designated spot. First container and tray are distributed, with students responsible for bringing this to their classroom. Teacher assistants handle lunch for kindergarten students. Classrooms transform into cafeterias during lunchtime, and both teachers and students are diligent in maintaining cleanliness. After eating, students wash their spoons and forks, clean their faces, but they study the classroom and rest before after classes which begin at 1:10 p.m. The school assistant is available for those with financially disadvantaged. Teachers and staff distribute food into bags or containers. The students take the food for their evening meals. Leftover food from the school lunch program is managed by offering it to parents and communities to feed their animals. Food quality and safety, low ingredients menus, and food quality assessment are conducted daily by the committee of teachers. Additionally, public health officials and external inspectors randomly check the food, focusing on freshness and cleanliness of the ingredients, cooking process, and the use of seasonings, cleanliness of the container, and the hygiene of the cooks. All cooks are required to undergo an annual health examination and must present certification documents from the hospitals. The school also monitors malnutrition and food shortage among students to evaluate the effectiveness of the lunch program, track student growth. Teachers use this data to tailor meals to student needs. For example, students who are underweight may receive extra meat and extra products, while those who are obese may be given reduced portions of rice and increased serving of vegetables and fruits. The school regularly checks the satisfaction of students and or involved parties through weekly survey conducted via Google Form. Feedback and suggestions are used to immediate improvement to the lunch program. Special consideration is given to students with food allergy. Corrected data are presented in guide form as follows. Let's move to school meals program management. The school provides fresh pasteurized milk as a supplementary food source for students every school day by the Thai school milk. The milk is delivered each morning and stored in refrigerator. The responsible teacher checks the quality of milk, ensuring it is kept at the proper temperature and cleanliness before distributing to the student. The milk is served during recess to ensure it is consumed fresh. During school short and long semester closing, students continue to receive UST mail pack to take home. This UST mail pack should be stored away from sunlight. Parents are required to sign and return the form provided by the school, along with a photo as proof for submission to the teacher. The UST mail also has the label not for sale. Begin to the last one challenges. Anuban Phuket School faces several challenges in managing their school lunch program, particularly ensuring that students receive healthy food and appropriate quantity. The school is dedicated to raising awareness among students, teachers, and parents about making informed choices during lunch break. Key initiatives include First, preventing obesity. The school recognizes many parents, particularly those in urban areas, often rely on fast food, leading to weight gain in children. With this, the school has introduced the activity called Tô By Mai Oan is mean no obese when growing up. Initiative aimed at educating students about the importance of healthy food choices, reducing the consumption of high carbohydrate food, and understanding the risks associated with obesity. The program includes weekly exercise sessions of students. The second, school cooperative management. The school operated a cooperative that strictly regulates the sale of food and stationery, soft drink, instant noodles, syrup, snacks, and fruit with high sodium content are not permitted. The school has also engaged with street vendors and shops around the school, encouraging them to offer quality food after the school hours. The focus is on providing nutritious food with a safe packaging, and the school proudly operated a 100% fee of alarmment, earning the trust of both students and parents. The third is public health collaboration. The school requests staff from provincial public health office to provide training to get 4 to 6 student leaders on selecting healthy foods. These student leaders then share their knowledge during the school assembly, passing it on to the other students as well as to their families and communities. The last one, parent engagement. Parents play a crucial role as the guardians of their children by cooperating with the school. The school hosts a parents' conference once a semester to educate them on providing proper food to their children. The school strongly believes that high quality and sanitary food is the foundation of student happiness and learning. A appropriate diet with appropriate quality food enhances the quality of learning, helping our students grow into responsible citizens for their family, society, and country.
Yes, and that is our school lunch program presentation. So before we start discussion about our school lunch project, let me introduce our head of the Phuket area, Phuket service area. So Mr. Umas Sovalang, the head of the Phuket Primary Educational Service Area, will talk something a little bit about this project.
Good afternoon, everyone again. I would like to say deeply praised and feel honored to join meeting here today as a parent organization of the school. As an observer today, I feel proud of our school, Anuban Phuket School, who improving school lunch as the best practice of our school here for 49 schools in this area. And today, we would like you to come to join with us at Phuket as a tourist province of Thailand. There are many tourist attractions here, especially sea, sand, and sun. And also, thank you to Mr. Kitty from Mahidol University and all committee here. And also thank you to from overseas as Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, and others. And thank you very much to let me join you today. Thank you.
Thank you so much for Mr. Umas Sovalang, the head of the Phuket Primary School. So now let's be discussion our topics. So does anyone has like any questions or interesting topic about our school lunch project? So now we have about almost 20 staff here for discussion and changing the knowledge about the running school lunch project today.
Yes, if our participants from other countries like Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, and Cambodia have questions, I think the staff from Anuban would be able to sufficiently cover for your questions. So please take this opportunity. Okay, I have a question here from Malaysia. Who decides on the menu?
อันนี้ปีตอบแล้วมั้ย
คำถามนะคะคือว่าใครเป็นคนออกแบบเมนูค่ะ
So we have the committee about the full group of our directors and deputy directors. We have also the parents and the representative of the students and also the teacher who responsible for the designing and creating the menu for the student. So we use like the data of the data information from the students that the teacher already collected, and we manage by like use the data to create the menu. Yes.
Can I add a little bit of how to make the decision of the menu? We have the software. If some school are ready to use the software, they can use that one to help them to design the menu. We call Thai School Lunch Program, and the database come from Mahidol University. As I mentioned, I used to work at the Institute of Nutrition, Mahidol University for 25 years. We try to develop or to support the teacher to design the menu, but it's just the software, and then the human being is more important because the software just the software. And then when the training program, as I observe, when we educate the teacher to use the software, they didn't understand about the food exchange list when they go to the market to buy the raw ingredients and how to use the food exchange list that can provide the similar nutrients to the menu and provide the nutrient to the student. This is quite important for the training for the teacher because the teacher are not the nutritionist. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Anuban and Anuban Phuket School and Dr. Kitty. The next question I'd like to read is about the
question. Yeah.
So, what are the supports from the parents or committee in the school to improve that program? So we learned about the stakeholders earlier. So please tell us about the support from the parents or the community.
Yeah. Okay. So we got the support from the government for the give the budgets for the student like per 22 baht. It's about the $64 for student per day. Yes. And they will get like 200 days for free. So our student in our school got like 100% free school lunch.
There is a question. Do you have any challenges or issues with your school lunch? The question from Cambodia.
Okay, we have.
So our team will answer this question. So we have like many departments, many groups of teachers who are responsible in any topics. So the team.
Okay, so I would like to answer about the challenges in the school. The first one, the school would like to focus on the prevent student obesity. Okay, the school would like to reducing the consumption of the high carbohydrate food and educate the students about the list of the obesity. The second one is the school cooperative management. Okay, the schools like to operated the cooperative, their sale offers and stationery such as the instant noodle, soft drinks, and next one is syrup, snacks, and high sodium food are not permitted in the school, and as well as the school encourage the street vendor and the shop around the school about the offer the student about the quality of the food after school hour. And the last one is the parent engagement. The school hold the parents conference once per semester to educate them about the providing the student about the proper food, nutritional food to their children. That's all for the challenges in this school.
May I add a little bit of the comment. This is not just only for the Anuban Phuket, and I learned from some school across the country as well. Even though especially in the city area. When we provide the school program for the student, sometimes we didn't concern about the quality or the delicious enough. The student just want to finish their lunch, and after that they want to eat instant noodle and sweet beverage, and then they can buy outside the school. This happen why the school program might be the cause of the obese or overweight children. When I conduct the informal projects, we found something like this, and then we cannot stop them because the children bring their money and they can buy some sweet and snack outside or inside the school. And when I asked the Japanese nutritionists that they conduct the school program, and I asked them, did you have the problem with the snack or sweet beverage or not? And they say they didn't have because they didn't allow the children to bring money to the school, and they make sure that the quality and quantity of the meal can fulfill enough before the parents bring their kid to home. And if the snack and sweet that the kid consume is come from the parents' knowledge. This, is quite challenge to us too, because our Southeast Asian country, we cannot stop the kid to bring the money to the school. And then we try to find the appropriate strategy to do that. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Siti. We'll take last few questions from the chat box. So it is important for us to know the total population of Anuban Phuket School because our participants are happy that 100% of the students are included in the program. Kun Sarawut, can you provide us the population of the beneficiaries of the program? And then how do you deal also with students who do not like to join, since it is a 100% coverage? And we'll also request the team to please respond to some of the questions via the chat box, since we cannot accommodate all of them in our Q&A session. Thank you. Kun Sarawut?
So I will let my team answer this question. She already know about it.
Yes, or the student enjoys the student enjoy the school lunch. It is something like how you to encourage them to join. For our school, this is the normal. Some of the students they don't like some of foods, but our school we can suggest and we can give them about for the knowledge for our menu. This is for the good help for them. Like the student in my son doesn't like for the veggies and food, but the teacher we can to tell them how can you if you eat right for the veggies or vegetable,
it's a good help for you. And it is an important thing for teacher that teacher we can suggest them.
And some of also our teachers, they are incorporate to their lesson the benefits of eating healthy habits or healthy food, and also eating vegetables in order for these children to encourage to adapt and eating vegetables to their meals.
Josh, since we are now running out of the time, maybe go to the summary of learning, and you may thank the speakers.
All right. So in behalf of Simeo SEPS and all the organizers of our capacity building, we'd like to thank Ajan Kitty and Ajan Sarawut, and also the director of the school, Director Villas, and the director of the Education Service Area of Phuket, Director Umas. Thank you all for sharing, and of course the teachers from Anuban Phuket School. Thank you for answering to our questions today, and we appreciate your information provided to us for our topic this afternoon. So allow me to just share with you some of the key points that I got from listening to today's presentation. And right, can you see my screen? All right. So for today, we've learned that school lunch programs are important because they're crucial for supporting obesity prevention, improving student health, and enhancing academic achievement by improving children's diets and combating hunger. So as I've mentioned before we start the session, this is a build up to last week, I'm sorry, last week's session. So here, we learned that since majority of the time of the students are in school, an intervention to improve their nutrition can also be supported by school programs. And the school lunch program is one of those programs. In high-income countries, the focus is tackling childhood obesity, while in middle and low-income countries, such as our countries in Southeast Asia, the program aims to alleviate hunger and improve nutritional status, attendance, and cognitive development. So education systems in Southeast Asia usually combine the nutritional benefits of having a school lunch to also the educational outcomes, because the more our children are well nourished, then the more that they can focus on their studies and learn in school. So based from the presentation of Dr. City, as of 2021, around 330 million children receive food through school meal programs globally. But I've learned also from that presentation that this is just 27% of primary and secondary students. So the objectives of school health programs include meeting nutritional needs, mitigating obesity, and addressing poverty, food insecurity, and malnutrition. Here in the Thai school lunch program, it has been in place since the 1950s. So it's been a long time already. And Dr. CT has shared with us how it evolved. At the first, it aims to alleviate food and nutrition problems, and then it tackles child growth and provide free nutritious lunch daily. And the program is supported by budgets that cover raw ingredients, and there are ongoing efforts to increase budgetary allocations to cover additional costs like food service management. And you will see I copied on the upper right side the framework that is used in the Thai school lunch program in a healthy canteen or kitchen. As budget is just one component. So, but it's very important that we have the stakeholder support, teachers, parents, the cook, the public-private partnership, the farmers, the food environment as well, and the standards in order for the Thai schools to have healthy Thai kids. So you see all the arrows there, and of course, it was emphasized to us by Dr. Siti, the leadership of the school is important. Sometimes it's the principal who makes all of these things happen. So then he proceeded with discussing with us the common challenges and the recommendations based from the experience of Thailand. And we all know the challenges, but here this is very important. We go directly to the recommendations of having Nutri teachers and community nutritionists. And then Dr. Siti also shared with us public-private partnerships. And an example of it is involving Ajinomoto Foundation, the Ministry of Education, and Mahidol University, aiming to build canteens in rural areas and provide nutrition knowledge training. It is not just about providing school lunch to our students, but also having the knowledge and the wisdom from all of this, and that's the nutrition knowledge training. That's the value of having a nutrition knowledge training. And then for monitoring and evaluation, it emphasizes metrics such as nutrition status of children being tracked. And lastly, we have heard the best practice from Anuban Phuket School of what they have been doing in their school for the school lunch program. They see that the governance or the management mechanism is there. We also see how the food were prepared. It starts with the sourcing out the ingredients and also having community participation, the parents as well. And finally, we see that this school lunch is taking into consideration specific context of the students, especially if they have different cultural and religious context. Lastly, it is emphasized to us the importance of food safety as well, as we remember the video that was shown to us that food safety is taken much consideration. So we have learned a lot again in this session, and we thank you, our dear speakers, experts, for sharing with us. And we hope that this information are beneficial for our participants as they prepare their school lunch improvement proposals. So before we end our session, I would like to invite everyone again to join us in a photo session wherein we can have our different poses. So we can do something like this or this or this. So are we ready? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, thumbs up for Phuket. Anuban Phuket School, thumbs up for them. Thank you so much. Thumbs up also for our expert, Dr. Siti. Thank you very much. All right. And last one, freestyle. Any style. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And I would like to remind you, we will flash the QR code on screen for the post training feedback form and attendance check. So please don't forget, especially if we are seeking to have a certificate of participation here. So the post-training feedback form and attendance check link is also in the chat box. And I'm checking the chat box. Sir Didi, we will send the summary. Actually, you will have access to all of this and the previous sessions as well in our shared drive. And Kun Piapa, Miss Piapa later will send an email to everyone about the materials. this will all be uploaded in our shared drive. Once again, thank you very much, Dr. Kitty. Thank you very much, Anuban Phuket School. And see you on the next training session, which will be about the integration of the CEP, community engagement and sustainability in school lunch program. So, so I see Dr. Siti, would you like to have some final words?
And I would like to thank you, Anuban Phuket, as well, and all of the participants who joined the session today. And I hope I would like to inspire all of you to have the food and nutrition to our kids, because these are our future. And then I know you have a lot of barrier, but if you would like to do that, I'm sure that you can do that. Yeah. Thank you. And if anything I can assist or can support, let me know.
Thank you, Dr. Siti. So I guess we are now concluding our session this afternoon. Today is session 4 of our promotion of well-being in schools in Southeast Asia program, and we are inviting you to again submit your feedback form through the link and the QR code, and also we are inviting you to our session next week. So we hope everyone would be there again. So with 80 participants still on the Zoom, thank you very much. Kapunakrap.
Welcome.